A lot of policy conversations in the post-socialist world revolve around the role of education in moving societies towards market economies and democracies. The expectation is that the whole post-socialist region would eventually become just like the West. So my work is to try to highlight what is outside of the Western frameworks, to bring into the conversation the diversity of education visions that exist in various post-socialist contexts. My interest in the region and in the topic of socialist childhood stems from a very personal experience. I grew up in Soviet Latvia and experienced the dissolution of the Soviet Union. When I was in high school at the end of the 1980s, the history exam was canceled. It was canceled because we all knew that the histories that we've learned for the last 10 years was wrong. But the new history was simply not yet written. This also raised really interesting and really important questions. Who will write the new history? What will be in the new history? How will this new history be read and understood by the next generation? I came to education and to the study of the role of education in post-socialist transformations to try to answer some of these questions. I am working on a fascinating project right now on the memories of socialist childhood, and I'm doing this research with my very close colleagues Nelly Piotaeva and Zsuzsa Milei, both at the University of Tampere in Finland. And it started just by very personal conversations about what we experienced as children growing up. So these informal conversations grew into this multi-pronged project that used collective memories, collective biographies, autoethnographies, and duoethnographies to explore what it meant to be a socialist child. We started this project also as a response to some of the literature on both sides of the Iron Curtain that actually did not quite make much sense to us. Scholars on the eastern side of the Iron Curtain always wrote about the socialist childhood in terms of the role of children as icons of the revolution that very purposefully and actively participated in building the socialist futures. On the other side, a lot of literature was written in terms of oppression and authoritarianism that children experienced. To us, we experienced a lot of paradoxes, both joy and alienation to the regime, but also dullness and optimism about it. So our goal in this book was to try to break some of the dichotomies that we inherited from the Cold War and rewrite histories in such a way that multiple knowledges could be brought to the surface. This project is very interdisciplinary in nature. It really spilled out of the book into a larger project right now. Our website is a living archive, and we would like to invite anybody who has experiences with socialist or post-socialist childhoods to contribute to it. Education plays a very central role in political transformations. Very often, post-socialist transformations have been defined against the Western educational frameworks. One of the main challenges of comparative work is to bring in the richness of the context within which education happens. It allows us to move away from measuring education against one Western yardstick, which is very typically done in many education policy studies. It enables us to see different education experiences, and it allows us to envision different education futures.
Пусть бегут не по калюже пешеходы по лужам, а вода